Rise and shine, you guys. Welcome into this 999 portal. All right, today is a heavy day of completions, is what it's given. Good morning, Susie. Thank you for being here. I hope it's popping enough for you guys. I'm like, hold on. Throw these earrings on and look like something for y'all. Hold on. Child. Spread some love today with these heart earrings. All right. I got Sacred Destiny out here. We got Oracle of the Radiant Sun. We got Angel Tarot. All right. Today is September the 9th of 2025. Obviously, this is the 999 portal, right? Major completions and shit like that. Let's see where we are. It's 9:18 on the clock. And it looks like we're at planetary hour of Venus. All right, here on Mars's day. Today's Tuesday. All right, so in transit, it looks like we have the moon in Aries all day, with Venus with a quincunx over to the North Node in Pisces. Venus is in Leo. All right, I'm seeing the moon in Aries, quintile to Pluto in Aquarius in retrograde, quincunx over to Mercury in Virgo, a semi-square to Uranus retrograding in Gemini, a quincunx over to the Sun in Virgo, a semi-sextile to the North Node in Pisces, a trine over to Venus in Leo, and then a square over to Jupiter in Cancer. Okay, so cardinal energy square. The trine is in fire energy, that's good, but the quincunx energies, it looks like it's happening more so to the earth and water placements. Okay, let's see what's going on. I mean, where are we right now with the moon in Aries? At what degree? Looks like 11 degrees in 18 minutes. Let's look at the 12th degree. A flock of wild geese. There could be messages or something trying to come through. It says expressing the soul's freedom, the existence and supremacy of a spiritual higher order in life is a matter of faith. It says there exists a higher cosmic order which stands above, beneath, and within everything that human society tries to control. It is this that each of us is free, and when all of us expresses the freedom spontaneously and in good faith, then all is right in the heavens. All right. It says purity here, forgiveness, and courage. Okay, that's a completely different energy than what we were working up on last night. All right, openness here. So we're finally like waning down from that full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, which had a lot to do with forgiveness, right? Pisces is the completion of the astrological chart right before we head into the moon in Aries. So moon in Aries requires assertiveness. Obviously, it is ruled by Mars. So there is lots of courage behind the emotional state at this time. But it looks like you're trying to step into purity. I'm going to get into Angel Tarot with this one. See what Spirit says. So there's some sort of purification happening. It's here twice. Purity. I'm seeing the Nine of Swords, the comforting God. All right, so protection from the impious and religious sentiments. Let's take a look. So the Nine of Swords kept coming out in the readings yesterday. There was this heavy energy of purifying yourself from like mental illnesses, from overthinking. It could have been stress, anxiety, depression, whatever it may have been. The Nine of Swords is typically associated to Mars and Gemini. So this could have been like a heated argument or having some sort of confrontation where it felt that you needed to make a quick decision in where you're going to be moving forward. All right, the Seven of Cups is here. So there could have been some sort of contemplation on allowing forgiveness to come in, and that requires lots of courage, right? So it says making the truth known in some sort of legal proceeding. So there may have been something involving court or some sort of injustice is what I want to call it. All right, the Seven of Cups is the Venus in Scorpio energy, and it could have had some sort of involvement with secrets, or could have had something to do with like lies being exposed, or someone in this energy of like jealousy, anger, envy, or whatever that may have been. Okay, things are coming back into balance, it looks like, as you move forward courageously. I'm going to go into the Chariot here with Archangel Michael. It says, who is like God? So perseverance, success in conflict, and overcoming adversities. All right, so this is your energy today, Archangel Michael with the Chariot. It is Cancer's energy. We have this square over to Jupiter and Cancer. So the opportunity to overcome and persevere these rocky waters is what I'm seeing. It requires a lot of your courage. Okay. Let's get one more. I've been seeing heavy on like the mental and on the emotional states here. So I'm seeing it again with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Cups. All right, purifying your energy, opening yourself up to forgiveness, having lots of courage to persevere forward, purifying your energy. It could have been lots of contemplating whether you wanted to sit in your emotions with whatever this is. Again, it could have been some sort of legal proceeding, but it would have been something involving, let's say, if it's a relationship, if it's a partnership, if it's a contract, all right, you needing to understand what this is before you move forward. Thank you. The Eight of Wands. All right, so grandeur, it says making one passionate toward God. This is the great and the exalted God. So this is heavy on, the Eight of Wands is like, I'm seeing it as Mercury and Sag. This will be like communication coming from abroad, or you speaking to God about what it is that you want forgiveness for, how you want to rectify your life and step into this energy of purification, right? There's a major shift happening there. So the Two of Wands, it says love and wisdom and victory over those who were trying to attack you. That's been coming out for the past couple of days. There's been a lot of attacks happening overall, whether that be mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. I mean, you take it as it resonates, right? We have felt it in the energy. Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, God liberating the oppressed. So this is self-atonement, curing mental illnesses, and delivering from some sort of persecution. All right. So now the energy is open, it says. Openness. All right, so maybe you're going on some sort of like journey, voyage, adventure. I don't fucking know, but it's here. All right, and the energy of flexibility is here as well, as we are still in the middle of this mutable moon cycle. All right, so there's an archway here or a portal that you're going to be walking through. I keep seeing the archways and or the portals. It's like you need to take a risk here because something big is opening up. All right, I see it here, I see it here, and I also see it here. All right, so as you choose to elevate, you're ascending higher and you're seeing things at a different perspective, and you should be opening yourself up to forgiveness and opening yourself up to love as well. All right, so let's get into what this is speaking about here. Show me what I need to see in connection to this. I don't know, it's showing me a white wolf. All right, so if that's like a spirit animal, all right. Wolves could be a totem. I don't know. This is the card that I keep seeing come out this week with the whole green eye, blue eye thing. So that could be of significance to like the green is the heart chakra. Obviously getting into the blues is going to be the throat and the third eye. All right, so that could be of significance, and where you feel like you're purifying by speaking out of your heart space, all right, and how you choose to move forward in this energy of forgiveness or forgiving others, and where you may have been contemplating whether you want this person in your life or not, or you want to be connected to this partnership or contract or not, okay? You're moving forward in the energy of love, and I would imagine through experience you have lots of wisdom that you've gained victory over many different things here, all right, especially if you've been passionate towards God. The Five of Pentacles here, so this has a lot to do with taking changes, all right? Fives are changes. This is material changes. This is financial changes. This is going to be a switch of a job. This is feeling left out in the cold, having, you know, or not having much, and understanding that there has to be some sort of financial advice that comes through where you have to overcome some sort of hardship. Okay, so you could be unemployed at this time, whatever that may be. I'm seeing Temperance, so I would imagine your angels are telling you to be patient. There's something coming through for you here to bring in a sense of balance. I would imagine the more that you purify your energy, you're gaining more confidence in yourself and where you're going to be assertive, overall more passionate. And I would imagine the angels are protecting you, all right, and understanding that God's going to walk you through this process. Let's get into this forgiveness card. I see the Three of Wands, so you're definitely making progress here. This is the energy of the Sun in Aries. We are looking at you waiting for your ships to come in. This could definitely be ready for the next step with something. Traveling could be involved. All right, let's see. The World card. All right, so there is the ending of this specific portal, and where you're obviously going to be waiting for the following thing to come in. Everything happens in divine timing. I hate when people say, oh, well, you should have taken action back when. No, everything happens when it's supposed to come in, right? So it looks like you're heading directly to the Ten of Cups. I like it. All right. Something in connection to opening yourself up after ending a specific difficult cycle, after waiting for so long for something or continuing to make progress with something. You see emotional balance on one side. You see fairness. You see this energy of forgiveness in your energy emotionally and being able to overcome these rocky waters, and where you've had to have lots of courage moving in the direction where you were going here. Music is definitely of significance, so meditate a lot today. You could be feeling rejected. You could be feeling like you missed out on some sort of opportunity with the Four of Cups, like nobody wants your love or that type of thing. Maybe you are supposed to sit with that type of energy, all right? So that you can understand what's going on within yourself with the Hermit here, all right? Do some soul searching. Again, it was giving me this period of like contemplation and understanding why before you move forward with a specific situation in your happiness or emotional balance, it kind of feels like whatever you've been contemplating on, you need to make the truth known that you want forgiveness from this person, or you want to offer this person forgiveness, okay? The Three of Pentacles is here. So whoever this is in your energy, it feels very authoritative. This is going to be someone that I would imagine, if this is like a workplace, they want to, you know, try to fix the problem, whatever it may be. They want to collaborate with you. And if it's in connection to a relationship, you have to understand that there's now a third party involved, it kind of feels like. All right, so you might be a little bit defensive in connection to love, but it's telling me you're be celebrating in love with Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I like it. All right, so for those that have been rejecting love, the Three of Cups is still there. The Knight of Cups means that you still have an offer coming in, but it's about how you're contemplating and working on yourself. And if you feel that you need to make yourself more passionate toward God up until you have some sort of victory there, and whoever it is that you're collaborating with, then this is why Spirit is telling you be patient throughout the times of difficulties with resources, all right? Because I truly believe that those that go through hardship and those that come in and support others, they will be reciprocated back and compensated for their great work, right? And not trying to shit on other people when they don't have it. So reciprocity is everything, is what I want to say. All right, that's how you kind of like manifest. Something seems very assertive at the time in a specific direction. It's going to feel like if you're being forced in that direction, and it looks like with self-love overall. All right, so if you're feeling neglected by others, or you're feeling left out, or you're feeling like you're missing opportunities, or things are ending, it's going to feel like a tower moment almost. But it's asking you to just be, be in the center of purity within yourself, be courageous, and overcome this energy of who it is that you have to forgive from your past. Judgment says Four of Wands and the energy of the Sun. You'll be a lot more happier on the other side. I would imagine feeling stable, surrounded by those that love you. All right, if this is a committed relationship, if this is a direction that you're going in with a specific community of people, you're ascending, you're enlightened, and I feel that you are going to be pushing to the next level. Hierophant energy here, yes. All right, so commitment to your spiritual community could be significant for you. All right, others that you're leaving behind could definitely be feeling you feeling the sorrow because you having to leave those Three Cups behind, searching for your spiritual union, and that's completely fine. All right, King of Pentacles, a lot more people are focusing in on materialistics at this time. It's Virgo season, hard work, being analytical, efficient, day-to-day routines, health, all that good stuff, right? This is kind of what we're looking at. And everybody wants the money, right? That's what everybody wants. Let's see what you're being guided to do here. Asking you to return back to a past person because that's where your long-term stability is. It's basically saying that this person sees you as an empress here, and these are going to be the situations where you're being offered more love than what you have been experiencing. This person still watches you, the Page of Swords, or is still in contact with you. All right, because they obviously are trying to come back for a new opportunity. If someone is in this energy of feeling burdened and they want nothing to do with you, or you understand that it's fully over, I feel like these are going to be the situations where you start expressing yourself with new love, or give it to yourself, and that's fine, right? Four of Pentacles is like you have to build on some sort of strong foundation. So if you're returning back to a past person that's kind of watching in or communicating in about forgiveness, then if you don't want it and you feel like it's too much to carry, let it go and open yourself up to new love, and then you can build from there is what it's giving me. Like you can achieve more from there. So that could be where the Mars and Gemini energy keeps coming through. And that's going to be this energy here with the Nine of Swords, the comforting God. So purifying your energy, protection from the impious and religious sentiments. Okay, so if, again, it's coming out with the Five of Pentacles here in Temperance. If you've been patient or you've been on a healing journey and you've been experiencing nothing but anxiety, depression, fear because you don't know what direction is coming up next, just ask for forgiveness and continue to move forward with courage and moving in the direction where I would imagine God is sending you, okay? Because this can be very up late at night, overthinking situations, feeling like you don't have clarity, okay? It can be a lot on the mindset. You need to start celebrating and getting on the other side of that and utilizing the energy of your intuition to get past situations that are difficult. This is a Mercury and Cancer energy. All right, and then that's when we experience the Chariot, which is also here and where your success will be coming through with Archangel Michael. All right, check out my short that I posted earlier. There was a guy preaching, all right, about how to get through difficult situations when God has your back, right? Or when you got God's back too, because it goes both ways. All right, let's move forward. That was deep. I think I've attracted the cat. Muscleman. This is all about self. I feel like there's this brand new adventure coming up. You got to get ready for it. Welcome in, you guys. It says involvements lack meaning unless they lead eventually towards spiritual liberation. Are you being liberated spiritually? That could be where you're asking for forgiveness right now. Yeah, for sure. All right, you guys. Bears could be significant today. I was just drawn to my shirt. I don't normally wear this. I just put it on last night. Okay. Well, whoa. So bears could be of significance. I don't know. Abundance is here again. This came out last night. I was doing an all signs reading and we had an emergency in the house, so I kind of had to cut the reading short. By the way, I will go back into that reading, but abundance been coming through a lot. And it looks like once again, you are remaining open to being flexible with many changes that are supposed to happen. There's success on the other side, you guys. That's what it's given, success. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's look at abundance. No, Zaza. That's what's coming in. 8 of Wands. We just saw this card here. So again, music could be of significance. It says grandeur makes one passionate toward God. All right, with the 8 of Wands. And that, I would imagine, Spirit is going to line you up with where your abundance is coming in or how it's coming in. All right, that's what I'm seeing here. Let's see what this is all about. Show me the 8 of Wands. Well, yeah, look at that. That's crazy. It's like your abundance is on its way. Okay? And it's like, it's because you've been made passionate toward God, or this is how you're remaining exalted in your energy. So the moon in Taurus is of significance by tomorrow, which is exalted in its energy. Look at this. You're having some sort of victory or some sort of like fame and fortune and recognition and rewards or spiritual blessings or something, or abundance coming your way by tomorrow. Okay? Crazy. All right, let's look at flexibility here. That's good energy. I feel like Spirit is sending your abundance directly to you because of some sort of recognition and or reward that you have coming your way. It's like some sort of can you not scratch me? Some sort of justice heading your way. All right, I see the Page of Wands with flexibility. So again, if you have a specific interest or a passion or a hobby or something that just is like a brand new beginning for you, this could be where your concentration is. You could be teaching someone, all right, being like seen as the leader, all right, with how to go in a different direction, all right, speaking the truth, gaining clarity. I don't know, it's giving like nothing but courts here, All right, so the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Wands, you're showing people how to step into things that they're interested in, focusing, remaining concentrated, and gaining clarity and new perspectives, and then how to gain resources as well, and then remain stable and grounded at the same time. All right, so instead of being like so emotionally attached to something, this is more in the mental of focusing on your practical life rather than trying to sit in your emotions where that seems to bring hurt and or pain to you. You're manifesting something new that's going to be successful. See what I'm saying? It's like you're thriving through the energy of the sun. I like it. Okay, now, don't bite my evil eye, crazy cat. Let's look at success. Let's see what this is. Let's see success. I see the Eight of Swords. I see the Queen of Wands. You don't trust yourself. The Nine of Cups. You know exactly what it is you desire, but you don't trust yourself. Why is that? Because it feels like you're in a sense of entrapment, or it's because of the way that you think, or you feel that you have fear over what it is that you're trying to create. I see Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, and Queen of Pentacles here. Are you in fear about what you could truly create in abundance and how this can actually be successful for you? Because you're building it already. You're accomplishing this. This is the Sun in Capricorn. It's an accomplishment for you. It's a goal that you've been trying to achieve. And you feel sorry for yourself for doing so? Why? You've actually chose to go down this pathway and you did it. You opened up like a portal for yourself to step on the other side of this. And you've come in through as like the High Priestess. I don't understand. All right? Yeah, you're having like, look at this. It's like major victory here. Huge victory. And then you also have protection from your angels and your guides. All right? Could be ancestors. Could just be spirits that are there to support you, right? It's like your kindred spirits. They're celebrating you on the other side. Absolutely. That's what this is. Don't feel rejected. If they're trying to send love in, it's because you deserve it. You feel that you're completely tapped in. You have a specific friendship with spirit where you're like understanding exactly how they're coming in and giving you clarity about your pathway and what's coming up. All right? Hi, baby. You've got a lot on the table here for you to grab, for you to build on, for you to have something that will last long term. That's what I'm getting. And this is Mercury and Virgo energy. So right now is the time, right? Like Mercury being in, let's see where. This is crazy. Hold on a second, you guys. Mercury being in the sign of Virgo at 13 degrees and 30 minutes. Let me just look at the 14th degree of Virgo real quick and see what this speaks about. The 14th degree of Mercury in Virgo. A family tree. So this could be like your ancestors on the other side. Your roots are like, yeah, like they're rooting for you, right? It says the ambitious focus more on branches than roots, yet true spiritual success answers a deep need for continuance. It says the understanding how ancestral qualities have left their mark. There is great responsibility attached to the power of faith and charisma. It is inevitable that one with these abilities will be influential and guide those without them into the seeding of what is to come. Leaders need to be faithful to the collective needs of those that lead, within whom on some level they share common roots. Which roots are they? Very authority for and or the leadership and the source of their strengths. That's crazy, right? This is your family. This is like your legacy that you're carrying on here. And it's because you're putting something in the public eye and you're being seen as this high priestess. All right, so this is like fucking big deal. Look, they're like, woohoo, let's collaborate together, right? And it's because you understand, you gain perspective, you've allowed yourself to sit in this hangman mode and understand the truth. You dare to be different with something, all right? It's almost like you hit the mark with something here just by holding back. And now you're stepping into this abundance, okay? It's like you've mastered this skill, whatever it is that you do. Sun and Virgo energy, which by today, I mean, obviously in transit, we're going to see that quincunx with the moon in Aries. But the moon in Aries is trying to protect what it is that you're building on here, all right? What you're mastering here. That's what I see. And then when we see it quincunx over to Mercury in Virgo, it's basically looking like this. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I like this energy. I like it. It's not a bad thing. It's actually very positive in the direction that you're heading in here. You want to go? Okay, you can go. All right. So this 999, nines are associated to Mars's energy, I believe, in numerology. All right. Yeah, and it's definitely like the completion of something overall. So, well, I didn't get to clarify that one card. Where'd it go? It wasn't forgiveness. It wasn't truth. Where was it? The flexibility one. 1 second. Show me this flexibility card here. Because I keep seeing these like archways, you going through a portal. It's like you gotta be on the other side, ready to step into whatever comes. Notice all this green that's coming in and how it's turning into the fall colors. This is gonna be during the fall equinox. All right, that's what I feel. There's a shift that's taking place, and the fall equinox hits on September the 22nd. And that is also on a Monday, all right, Moon's Day. I see justice. It says making the truth known in court causes innocence to prevail. So again, this has to do with some sort of legal proceeding here and how you're supposed to get justice with a specific situation. 3 of Cups here, fame and renown influences commerce and voyages and great discoveries. We just saw the voyage card. All right, so trust the path that you're on right now. I feel like you're going to thrive with lots of success here. Something's coming to fruition. You have expansive intelligence and giving the grace of God with the 2 of Cups. That's the energy of like Venus and Cancer. You're birthing something new with the divine or something like this. All right. It's a big deal. 8 of Pentacles, intellectual knowledge and provides, or intellectual talent and provides the knowledge. You're seen as a spiritual teacher. Okay. I feel like that's why we saw the Hierophant come out. You have some sort of healing capacity for the collective to bring things back into balance and help people with their situations involving, I would say, spiritual court. A spiritual court type of deal. All right, let's get out of that. I want to get into Oracle of the Radiant Sun real quick. Welcome in, you guys. Yeah. You said I'm a healer, a teacher, and a bridge. I like that. A bridge to the other side is how I just heard that. A bridge to the other side. The cat's behind me, like, doing his thing. Okay. You guys, I said I want to get a golden cat, like a baby golden cat. I don't know, my favorite colors are like black and gold. I want a golden cat. I'm cracking up. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Tiff. Some weirdos in here. Oh, these spirits are crazy. All right. We've got Mars in Sag. All right, it speaks about domination. I'm seeing Venus in Virgo, discrimination. This came out yesterday as well, so this energy still must be here. All right, so someone that's in a very dominating energy, or there could be something about spiritual values here. All right, and if they don't believe those spiritual values, they're wanting to come in and either criticize what you do for work or how it is that you do what you do. All right, regarding teaching work, they could say that you have some sort of love romance in the work environment. There's a lot of Mars energy here. I see Mars in Sag, Mars in Virgo, Mars in Libra. You having to make a choice in specifically a contract or something that involves whatever this legal proceeding is. I also see the scales once again. All right. I'm seeing the 7th star, so there could be something about the Pleiades being here or having to make a decision whether these people feel that you belong, working with them, with the spiritual community, or if you're like in this dominating, I don't know. It could be many different things here. All right, what is this? Jupiter in Pisces, wow. I would imagine you're highly intuitive. You can sense what another person wants around you. All right. And I would imagine you're very compassionate with others. You're very vulnerable. You're open to forgiveness. All right. Mercury and Capricorn organization. All right. So you could hold a specific position of, I don't want to call it authority, but you bring in a sense of structure or organization into this specific community of people. All right. If it's what you do for work as your long-term career. All right, it has something to do with bringing order into your practical life. Organization into the practical life. Because it's like living by your principles. I'm seeing Jupiter here, both in his domicile in the 9th and the 12th houses. All right. The 9 of Pentacles is what I'm also seeing here with Venus and Virgo. So there's something about you being discriminated and or criticized and how it is that you're bringing in a sense of freedom and a sense of abundance in your life. And you having to make a choice here because there seems to be some sort of domination in the spiritual community about beliefs and or principles. Or having some sort of romantic connection with this person. Weird, right? This is irking the hell out of me. I keep seeing some things behind me that's like driving me nuts. Okay. Show me the domination card. Venus in Gemini. For some reason, it feels like there's like this deceptive courtship or having two lovers at the same time. And that's the reason why something's being discriminated here in the workplace, or you being involved with someone in love in the workplace. The cat just left. That's a sign for me. All right. So Saturn and Sag, it kind of feels like, how can you do something to fulfillment, or how can you be seen as a leader in the spiritual community if you're doing things that you criticize other people about? Something about that. So that like the finger could be pointed at you or warning you about something in the near future that, you know, is going to be taking place, resolving or involving the energy of how you're utilizing the energy of your intuition, or how you receive messages with the third eye and you being the teacher. It's almost like someone coming through and wanting to criticize you for you having some sort of involvement with someone in the workplace. All right. Show me the criticism energy here. The Sun in Libra, because of your relationships. I mean, why is this such a big deal, right? If you're supposed to be living in harmony and in peace and in balance, what is the problem? It's because of the amount of inheritance that you will receive. It's almost like you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting an inheritance in love, and you're getting an inheritance financially. Because 8th house, it would be your spouse's resources, something like that. Okay? That's possibly something that was supposed to be kept a secret, quote unquote. Venus in Scorpio is at its detriment. Venus doesn't like being in the sign of Scorpio because Scorpio is secretive. Venus wants the energy of love. So if you are the secretive one here, because obviously you know about everybody's secrets, you're tapping into your spirituality, this would be seen as a problem, and or in how it's like a snake in connection to your relationship. Mercurian energy can be very tricky. Okay, your person would not trust you. It would be basically seen as they would be a little bit more defensive in regards to their own resource because they don't know what you're gaining. But spiritually, you don't have shit. Spiritually, in the material world, you don't have anything. You have your spouse. You understand? This is why Spirit says you need to be committed in marriage. Not just by, I said I don't want to be married. That's the problem here. Okay, let's see seduction. So you can kind of like already sense what another person wants, but let's say we're bringing this into real life shit, right? You have a deceptive courtship. You're moving forward spiritually with one, and where you feel like you're dominating. You're moving forward with your principles and you know exactly what's happening. And then you do this to fulfillment, but others want to discriminate you because they say, well, you have a lover here in the spiritual world as well as in the 3D, right? So they criticize you and what you do for work because you are having both balance and harmony in both the physical as well as in the spiritual. Okay, now the choices that you make and or how you're meant to receive some sort of inheritance is kept a secret because of the influence of your actual relationship here in the 3D. is what it feels like. Because Mercurian energy would be like the trickster in connection to this partnership, this relationship, and or quote unquote the contract. Let's look at Jupiter and Pisces. The Sun in Sag. The Sun in Sag says remain enthusiastic, go after your spiritual journey here. All right, so I see Jupiter in Sag, I see Mars in Sag, and I also see the Sun in Sag. This is remaining assertive. This is being growing and expanding in connection to your values, right? Your principles. Let's look at the organization overall, because it looks like this is where something either is trying to be controlled. This is where your riches are. See what I'm saying? Saturn in Capricorn and Mercury in Capricorn. Saturn is like the father figure. Mercury would be like the son. You see what I'm saying? So however your riches are coming in, they're sitting with this specific organization. And it has to do with how you're communicating something out and bringing order into the workplace, quote unquote, by what you do for your career. Show me Jupiter in Sag energy with your principles. That's what I'm saying. You're bringing order in. So the moon or the solar eclipse that's going to take place with the new moon in Virgo, this has a lot to do with what's going on with your spiritual principles. Okay? Big deal. And I see you starting a business with this. Others are trying to get you to go in a different direction. They do not want you having the best of both worlds. You're doing something out of generosity, quote unquote, in other people's eyes. You could be helping with teaching. All right, so Saturn is a teaching. Children could be of significance with the Leo energy here. All right, let me kind of get a little bit more into this. Holy shit, Jazz, what are you doing? I mean, I'm trying to break it down for you guys, but it says an opportunity to shine, being asked to perform for a good cause. This is about teaching creative skills to those that are less talented and or helping with the education of children. That's what this is. All right, so if this is how you're starting up some sort of business, it has to do with a spiritual business, and where, again, clearly you live your life in the 3D, but in the spiritual world, you have a job to do here, right? And people criticize you because they say you can't have best of both worlds. You've got too much riches or too much inheritance coming your way, but you've worked hard for it. I see Saturn in Capricorn. I see Saturn in Sag. I see Saturn in Scorpio. I see Saturn in Leo. Let's be clear. You've worked for it very hard. It's not like it was given to you or put into your hands. You're deserving of this, right? So, if you're having to purify your energy here, and again, ask for forgiveness, it's also that things can come back into balance in the near future. Show me this, the Venus, Gemini, Mars, Sag energy, because I'm seeing the 3rd and 9th houses in opposition. Once again, I said I've seen lots of mutable energy here, 3rd, 9th, and the 6th, heavy. All right, so Gemini, Virgo, Sag, you guys are here being called out. I don't see Pisces here. I believe it's because we're already out of this full moon energy. We're now in the moon in Aries, the star. That's what I'm saying. You're shining. There's something that you're supposed to be doing here. You're innovative, intuitive, okay? It kind of gives me, you have the wisdom and the experience to be able to pour this out into the universe. And for whatever reason, it's almost seen as like you're having some sort of controversy here with domination and flattery. Why are you so flattering to other people? It's because you shine bright like the star, okay? And you're doing it with like lots of grace and happiness and peace in your life. That's a problem for other people, okay? All right, there's the moon. So I would imagine you're very intuitive and you're getting those messages and you're bringing them from abroad down to, just like I said, the star is going to pour that wisdom into the universe, right? So now you have discrimination in something that you've done to fulfillment. That's what it's giving me. With Venus and Saturn, both in the 6th and the 9th houses, in mutable signs, okay? So this is, again, asking you, Spirit to said, to be flexible, adaptable, versatile, with many changes that are happening here. It's kind of like go with the flow, right? Let's see. 5 of Swords. No wonder why there's drama. No wonder why there's some sort of energy of feeling conflict or feeling defeated in some sort of way. All right? It could be where someone wants you to detach from what you're doing. That's a Venus and Aquarius energy. Starting drama for no reason. All right? Telling lies or trying to win at all costs and whatever this may be. All right? When you're only out here doing your job and saying, listen, I was gifted with this. I'm just doing my job. Right? And now it turns in from the discrimination. Now it's the criticism. Let's get into the criticism. in connection to you being in harmony right now with this specific contract, partnership, relationship, however you want to call it. All right, it has something to do with bringing in some sort of fairness and or justice, as we see the sun in Libra. The Hermit. This is a spiritual thing, right? Because who is the Hermit searching for? The star. What is the star meant to do here? Pour the wisdom out of the universe. And it looks like you're dominating the entire spiritual community, and they look at you like you're in this deceptive courtship, but spirit put you here for a reason. You are being guided by higher power or someone that is more so like an elder. Okay? That's what I see. So you could be dealing with this here in Virgo season. The Hermit is Virgo energy. And it's because of the wisdom that you've been given. All right? You got a lot of higher knowledge and or experience here in what it is that you are teaching. Okay? So now it's time to move on. That's what it's saying. You do something original. It's time to transition. You're on to the next thing. You're crossing a body of water. Whatever this may be, you're ready to go, right? Show me this energy of the decision that's being made here in connection to this inheritance, or how something was supposed to be kept a secret in connection to you being influenced by your lover. It's coming through as the Mercury and Libra energy. All right, so the Mercurian energy and where it is right now in Virgo, I would imagine you're getting the facts about something because it's in its domicile. Or you can say it's in its exaltation. Doesn't matter. All right, but you know that there's an inheritance supposed to come through, but this is more so like a secret. It's like, shh, careful. All right, so that's the truth. The Ace of Swords here, you kind of have to make a decision. You have to, you know what I mean, understand which direction you're going in here. What is it that's your most, you know what I mean, wish fulfillment is what I want to call it, because again, this is the Jupiter and Pisces energy. You kind of already sense what another person wants from you, okay? And it kind of feels like the Sun and Sag energy is where you're going to be enthusiastic. You're like discovering something here. So here's the more mutable energy with the 9th and the 12th houses. It's kind of giving me, you know, the truth is that your wish fulfillment lies in connection to where you feel the most seduced. And that's your spiritual journey, Sun and Sag. Or doing something of higher knowledge, or teaching, all right, spiritual beliefs, and or your philosophy in life, whatever that may be. I'm seeing 10 o'clock on the dot as I look up. All right, that's where your victory is. That's where you're having some sort of fame and fortune, or doing something in the public eye and being recognized and rewarded for it. Okay. Yeah, and now you've got like this energy of love coming your way. And then Saturn and Pisces energy with the eclipse that just took place as well is kind of saying like it's time for you to emotionally withdraw from someone that's been trying to suit you and go into the different direction of feeling like, you know, your happiness is over there on that side. Is that the Sun and Sag? You know what I mean? That's what it's giving. Let's put this down here. Yeah, so it's having a major ending, right? Like a major ending. So I'm seeing like the Sun in Sag, and here's the Sun in Gemini in opposition. There could be a lot of traveling going to go on. Because once you walk away from something that seems so dark, all right, and you head into the light, in which we saw, again, the energy of the Sun, it kind of looks like there's love on that side. There's happiness on that side, right? And that can be interesting. Where is it? This is the Venus and Scorpio energy overall. All right, so this can be the secrets, all right, that you're trying to either conceal, all right, or be careful that you're not being misled by an organization that says that they're going to bring you in some sort of riches, which actually is only for you to bring in order in connection to the principles in which you live by. So I'm seeing tunnel 1. There's something about a reflection here. All right. And I was seeing that reflection here. So whatever the deceptive courtship was all about in the very beginning, about how you came in and dominated a spiritual community, you as the star and given the information, you already knew what you were stepping into. All right. It was a big deal. So show me this energy of this organization overall in connection to the riches. It's given 10th house energy. It's giving Capricorn, so it can be seen as others as the quote-unquote the devil, right? But it's something that lasts long term, allows you to build stability, build on your practical life, build yourself a reputation, all right, some sort of public image. That could be of significance as well. All right, and then that's what you're doing. I feel like you're destructing some sort of organization that was solely meant to focus on building wealth. Okay, and that's possibly why people are like, why are you doing this, right? Your spirits on the other side are like, fuck yeah, because you're supposed to be living a life of um through your spiritual values, not just of the material. All right, the 10th house is of the material, it's the riches. Okay, a lot of people are so focused on, I gotta go to work, I gotta build this for myself because I want this nice house, I want this nice car, or I want to have the best job, and I want to have a lot of money so I can splurge and I can look like I have it all, right? But you are over here like your celebrations are with spirit. Because where do you go once you leave the material world? You're going to heaven, right? Don't you want to have a lot of abundance when you go to heaven rather than having it here where you can't take this shit with you? You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. It's like you got to build wealth on the other side. Start from scratch. All right, invest in something that you know when you get to the other side and something blooms, it blooms for you and your whole family on the other side. Okay? Where it's like when your grandmother and your grandfather pass away, they're over there living the life. Meanwhile, they're like, baby, I'm waiting for you to come on. That's what it's given. Okay? So bring in order in how to live a practical life and with spiritual values here. So when you cross over, you have it all. All right, I feel like you're taking down some sort of corrupted organization that makes you believe that you're living the best life here, and it's not here. Trust me, it's not here. It's fucking not here. Your freedom and your independence is everything here. Them keeping you contracted to shit that makes you feel like your life fucking sucks. You don't enjoy your time. You don't get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You can't even eat great fruit and shit that comes from nature. Like, that's what it's given, right? That's what it's given. So how are you at building this enterprise then? Because this feels like a huge shift. Ace of Pentacles, Spirit's going to lead the way. I keep seeing the archways are here. I keep seeing the archways. I don't know how this is all coming through. All right, but there could be something about like spirituality, palmistry. I see lots of going on with astrology in there. All right, I see Mercury, the Sun. I see Saturn. I see Jupiter. I see Mars. I see Venus. So palmistry could be telling you the life that you're supposed to be living here and how to get to the other side. Or this is what's meant to be done and put in the public eye overall. Maybe you're already doing this. Okay? Again, you have some sort of flirtatious connection with spirit on the other side. All right? Sag energy. Abroad, right? And you're doing something out of generosity here, and it kind of feels like you're already building your status. All right? Because of how concentrated you are. All right? Or how it is that you're teaching something regarding third house energies, communication, travel, and again, it has to be how to get to the other side. Something about that. Okay, I split the energy at the Empress. I mean, hot shit, right? The Magician, yeah. And I'm seeing the Three of Wands with the Eight of Swords. Jupiter, Gemini, Sun, and Aries. That's technically a sextile. So even if you feel a sense of entrapment right now, know that on the other side, it feels, more positive. It's not going to always be this way. You know how they always say it feels like we're living in hell? But we're supposed to learn specific experiences here before we cross over. All right, so we understand what this was supposed to be like before we got there. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like you have a spirit or someone with you guiding you, and it has to be some sort of elder with the Hermit here. Someone with lots of wisdom and knowledge, all right, about what it was that you were supposed to experience and or obtain here in this lifetime before you cross over. Okay, you don't even understand how wealthy you were on the other side already, or how, recognized you are. Okay. I've got Answer Oracle here. Let's get into this, and then we're going to try to close it out. So I do believe that when we come into this lifetime, our parents that chose to birth us into this world were meant to teach us specific lessons, okay, and or guide us in specific directions. And sometimes, people lose their pathway, and or they choose to do different things in their specific lifetime where the parent and the child may have to separate, because you guys were meant to come here with specific destinies, right? To have a specific purpose in this lifetime. And it could be that once this energy shifts and or you're elevated at a specific level, maybe your parent or the child doesn't receive and or get to where they were supposed to be. But whoever I'm speaking to here, you have been honored and or recognized to step into what's next for you, is what it feels like. All right, through the energy of humility, virtue, holiness, forgiveness. All right, there's this energy of confession through prayer and repenting about things that have been done to you in the past, or how you're going to be living in the near future, or who and or what you may have been involved in that you know may be a sin or whatever that is. All right, we're all not perfect. I don't judge anybody, and I don't expect anybody to judge me, but I do believe that on a specific pathway moving forward, you were meant to be guided by an elder. Okay, and if that person isn't with you in the 3D, meaning in your earthly world, it's coming through a spiritual. Okay, so the book is here with wisdom and experience, immortality, a sense of authority in your energy. I see something being purified and or cleaned up in your life, or you may live by a specific practice of living in peace and harmony and keeping things in order so that you live a life of serenity and calmness. All right, there's something surprising coming through unexpectedly. It could be something that's beyond your imagination or coming through in another way. This could be something that's birthed new. All right, so something about an egg. All right, or that's kind of giving me like a Venus and Cancer energy where it's like you're birthing something new. All right, and there could be some sort of gossip about whatever this surprise is, or what about like a rumor or some sort of speculation about what this is coming in for you. I feel like this isn't until you get to the other side of understanding something. Okay, it's a big deal. You have to understand something. And I see that wherever it is that, or whatever it is that you're teaching and how you're getting some sort of assistance, support, and whoever is accompanying you, all right, could be on, I'm hearing the other side. All right, something having to do with how to follow some sort of instructions, or how your faith and wisdom is leading you here to what's being instigated by the stars. I'm seeing the stars, like you were supposed to follow the stars with something. All right, that's what it feels like. It's like the wisdom and the knowledge or whatever. I don't know, for those that understand astrology, you guys are a big deal. Okay, big deal. So I feel like that was supposed to be kept a secret, or this may have been some sort of secret that has been decoded that was meant to be kept in disguise. All right, or you were being bribed to do things in a different way where you didn't know where you were meant to be moving forward, something like this. All right, so it's kind of been inherited to you and or delivered directly to you. I keep telling you guys, transportation is of significance. All right, in an everyday to day routine, you get up, you go to work, you travel here, you go there, whether it's short distance, long distance, whatever it may be. All right, but delivery, transportation is of significance for your energy. Okay, and I would imagine that there's specific delivery rules, all right, or some sort of unwritten rule or laws that you have to follow by. So those that work in like Gemini's energy, if you're communicating something and it's being delivered online, you would have to follow through some sort of I would imagine some sort of like restrictive, like you can't comment this or you can't do that. If it's in the transportation business, you have to follow the rules on the road, right? 25 miles per hour in the, the neighborhood area. I mean, 25, it's like High Priestess, Hierophant energy. These are spirits in our environment, in our community, that are watching over us and wanting us to follow specific rules for a reason, okay? I would imagine so that way everything flows as it should. Okay, because imagine if we're following and or being guided to understand how we are meant to understand the stars, it would this is all energy. This is energy. It's like literally, it's energy. All right. So, as I split the deck, I see betrayal and complying. I'm gonna split one more time. All right. There could be something about complying rules with like speeding or some shit like this. All right. And then the efforts being rewarded or success lying in your hand, even if you felt that you've dealt with some sort of betrayal here. If something is dying out, it's meant for you to bend and not break. Okay, you've got some sort of wake up call or thing coming through with the energy of being seduced here by a lover or someone lusting after you. I keep seeing like a Venus in Aries energy every time I see this flirt card, because it's giving me like a love letter trying to come through with someone that's trying to give you a wake up call here, the bell. All right, so someone's been trying to warn you about this, about a signal. All right, and then seduce. We just saw the seduction card. This is a Jupiter in Pisces, the Nine of Cups. If you want what it is that you wish for, there's specific, I would imagine, unwritten rules that you have to follow by. And if there's some sort of addiction to like speeding, or I don't know, something how it's supposed to be rewarded to you and it causes some sort of breakup or divorce, meaning quote unquote, this can be like some sort of legal issue. All right. You would have to end up shifting with grace and being in alignment with something else. Okay. Understanding or being seduced by someone else's energy. This could be like picking up energetic spirits. I'm gonna be honest. All right, so if you're giving with like an open heart or offering without expectation, giving unconditional love, being in this energy of forgiveness and tapping in with those that you have nostalgic memories about or old acquaintances, or trying to overcome old debts with people, there's some sort of recollection here after some sort of upheaval, and accepting that you have to work together rather than work apart. Okay, so it's kind of given like a spiritual community, I'm going to be honest. It's not something that we control. It's something that the universe and how we're all connected in one. That's what it's given. Well, hot damn. Well, hot damn. None. Tiana said she wasn't putting none in there. You said, Bethany says it's like a generational curse. I would imagine. Yeah. More than likely. Make it quick, girl. John 3:16. I woke up one night at 3:16 a.m. That shit had me like a little freaked out. All right, so the sun is here. All right, the Ten of Cups is here. I mean, geez, this energy keeps coming out overall. The Four of Wands is here. So there's a lot of enlightenment. There's a lot of forgiveness. There's a lot of emotional balance. This is about you building with a specific community of people, having some sort of foundation, and where you feel that you've achieved some sort of goal. All right, this could be family, whatever this is. It feels very positive. And then here comes this Nine of Swords again, okay? So this energy of Mars and Gemini, it's like you overcoming the fear is what it's giving me. It's like overcoming fear of what you thought wasn't achievable, but you have achieved it. All right, the Page of Swords and the Emperor. You've got somebody really watching and feeling like they lost out on a specific opportunity with you. That's what it feels like. Because they may have been a little bit hard on you here, especially if you were coming in as someone new and or learning something new. You probably exceeded this person's expectations of something, especially if this is someone that was supposed to be seen as your leader, your teacher. All right, the Emperor is the father figure, the boss, whoever. Okay, but I feel like there's this enlightenment that you have about this specific community of people where someone was telling you, oh, this is so bad, don't go do this, don't do it. No, you're fine. You're completely fine. All right, I feel like this person has their eye on you. I feel like you are protected, but I feel like they do feel that they were a little hard on you. They like what you're communicating about and how much wisdom and knowledge you now have. It's almost like you hold the same type of position as they do. Or if you guys are going up against each other in court, it's kind of feeling like you know your shit. That's what it's giving me. Something like that. King of Wands, the Queen of Wands with the Justice, and the Eight of Wands, and between that, the Ten of Wands. All right, so the communication that comes through says, yes, you fulfilled this specific journey. It's time for you to move forward. All right, King of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. I would imagine North Node Pisces says you get to build on some sort of achievement and or whatever this foundation is. You get to ascend to the next level of judgment. okay? Getting past the energy of what seems to have been attached to your energy, whether this is ego, whether this is pride, whether this has to do with anything involving things that no longer serve you. This could be things that you're rejecting and or things that you didn't know about that were of the unseen, and now you have seen it. Look at all this Cancer Pisces energy. Highly in the energy of the subconscious state. You understand. All right, you understand. Yeah, I've got the moon, the star, and the sun out here. I'm feeling like astrology is of significance. Heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. All right, you guys. I hope this resonates with a lot of you. I mean, a lot of people are probably like, who the hell is Jazz anymore? I don't even know myself, okay? I don't even know myself. I came from the old Navy. I'm the OG, right? I don't even know who I am anymore, child. This is funny. I'm going to check in real quick with comments because I haven't been doing this for a while. I just want to see. Thank you, Tiff, for getting everybody that's weird out of here. All right. A lot of people are worrying about what I look like in the morning. I look beautiful every morning, but this morning I did not wash my ass, okay? I actually chose to sleep in because my body feels tired, and I don't neglect myself from that. So what's today? Tuesday, Wednesday. I got something to do tomorrow morning. I got to make sure I look beautiful for that. But on Thursday, I probably will take a day off because last Thursday I was supposed to, and I did not. All right. More than likely, I won't be doing readings anymore. Psych. I'm always going to be doing readings. I'm waiting for my spiritual inheritance to come in. That's what I'm waiting for. Bethy says she wants to go to jail today, I guess. That's crazy. He said, if I become famous and have higher power, I won't be betraying God. Nobody's power is greater than God's, sweetie. Nobody's. You said you've been patient. OFC, you've been patient? Oh, Lord, have mercy. I've been patient for my medicine, you guys. Let's pray that God wants to give me my medicine today. I can't do it with Bethy anymore. She's too much. La Unique One, thank you for being here, sweetie. Amber, 1 second, because I seen your name earlier, and I know that the amber crystal is actually not a crystal. It is sap from a tree. So there was something I was thinking about you when I was doing the reading. Give me 1 second. The amber stone. Amber is valued as a stone of liquid sunshine and a protective talisman. It says, believed to have properties that absorb negative energy, promote physical and emotional healing, and bring good luck and clarity of the mind. Symbolically, it's linked to wisdom, endurance, and a connection to the life-giving sun and the earth's ancient energy. All right, but I know that amber is not an actual crystal. It is made out of tree sap. Okay, so the color orange could be of significance. I mean, it is kind of like heavy on like the fire energy. I see it that way because it's like a very dark goldish, reddish kind of looking color. Today is Mars's day. All right. It says here, let me just see. Amber stone is made out of what? I want to say it is tree sap. Because it reminded me of like what I read earlier about the roots. Okay. Virgo at the 14th degree. A family tree is what it was giving me. I had that in my brain and I was like, let me go. That's why I went back to the comments, the Jazz. Hold on a second. Yeah. Amberstone is made of the fossiled tree resin composed by organic compounds like carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, along with other substances such as What is this? Succinic acid? Something like that. It says ancient trees secrete resin, a sticky liquid substance rich in organic compounds and hydrocarbons. As the resin flows to protect the tree, it can trap insects, plant fragments, and air bubbles. Interesting. I don't know. There's something. I see this bee stuck in here, so there could be something about amber resin from the tree and bees. All right. Who else did I want to connect with here? I told you guys to go hug the tree the other day. Amber is the chosen seed, apparently. Ouch. Matt 11:28. Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Interesting. Okay. Tip says she's on a call she's trying to listen to. Don't worry, you can repeat this reading. I do it all the time. Brenda's watching the replay. That's nice to know. Thank you, sweetie. All right, so whoever is receiving Jazz's abundance, don't forget about me. I love y'all. Catch you on the next one. Bye.